Good morning, sixth graders. Okay, so we are obviously online now, which we are all very sad about. We wish that we can see your faces every single day again. But I decided to do a video because you can stop and pause me whenever you want. You can rewatch this multiple times if you still feel confused about something. So we're going to try this out. So today is Tuesday, December 15th, and we have something that is due in January. But this is not a very large project. I mean, it is a little bit heftier than other ones that we have done in the past, but even though it is due on the Tuesday we come back from school, you do not want to forget about this and have to worry about it over Christmas break. So I have full faith that we can get it done this week if you allot your time properly. So we have just been talking about El Niños and La Niñas. We've been talking about our ocean floors and our waves and currents. So now what I want you guys to do is to do some individual work. We are going to be researching extreme weather. So watch the video posted, which is going to be me, which is going to be number 1. But since I haven't done it yet, it isn't there. But that will be where this video is. This is due at the end of Christmas break. However, if you get it done prior to, you won't have to worry about it. So you guys are going to go ahead and open up your own copy. And I'm going to go through some expectations with you. I know you have done quite a few slides in social studies with Mrs. Dixon, but mine might look a little different. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is read this instruction slide, not site. So we are going to be completing a small research project. You are going to choose one of the following topics to research. There are 8 topics, so you can choose one of these. Remember, if you choose either a hurricane or a typhoon, they are exactly the same thing, but happen in different places. So make sure that you are not putting the wrong place for a hurricane or a typhoon, because that is something that I know you haven't done very much research on if you get it wrong. So instructions. You will be completing a total of 7 slides. Each slide will have requirements you need to meet. They will tell you what information you need to find. You will need a resources slide at the end of the PowerPoint in order for me to grade your project. I will show you what my resources slide looks like. Although citation is super important in science, I just need you to get your websites down, and then we can move on from that. And do not copy and paste your information. I will know if you did so. This needs to be written in your own words. You guys are 6th graders, and you frequently mispronounce and or complain about the big words in science. So if you are using some of those big words in a way that I do not think you know how to use it, then you will get marked down. I will give you one opportunity to reword something or reword a couple slides in your PowerPoint, but if I see you just copied and pasted, you guys are going to get points taken off of a 50 points project. So this is going to be these are your instructions, and then we have 7 slides that are labeled. So this is obviously your title page with your name. You can make it look cute after. Oh, I forgot to put that. You can make your slides look super cute, cool, once you finish getting all the information on your slides. So I don't want all of your time to be taken on making your slides look presentable or making them look really cute. I do want one picture per slide. So make sure that you put 1 picture per slide. Doesn't have to be huge, but I do want it to be prominent and to correlate with the information that you're putting on there. So title, your name. You're going to put your extreme weather right here. So if you do tsunamis, you do tsunamis. Hurricanes, you do hurricanes. What causes your weather to occur? So when it says your weather in parentheses, I want you to say what causes tornadoes to occur. So you're going to put your weather right there. Also include the definition of your extreme weather, because if you just start going about what causes a tornado and you don't actually know what a tornado is, or you haven't told the people who are reading your presentation, then it's going to get a little confusing. So make sure you put your definition of your extreme weather right there. And then also how it occurs. So I will show you what that looks like in just a second, but I'm going to run through this really quickly, and then we'll go through and show you the thought process and how this is all going to play out. Alrighty, then what are the effects? So we have the cause, and now we have the effects. So with a tornado, what causes it is extreme winds in a particular place. And then what are the effects? We know that they can destroy houses. We know that it can destroy ecosystems, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where your effects are going to come into play. Where does your weather occur? So this is going to be where. So when I was talking about hurricanes versus typhoons, those are the same exact weather phenomenon, but they're happening on different parts of the world. So if you say that a hurricane happens in the southern hemisphere, then I know that you are not doing your job very well. Where do tornadoes occur? We know that we do not get tornadoes up in Alaska, but we do know that they happen in, let's say, Kansas. And then you're going to look up the instruments or the devices that help us detect when our weather is about to happen. So like with, not hurricanes, with a wind vane, we know that we can test how fast the wind is going and in what direction. So that's going to be something for us to consider. So tsunamis and hurricanes and all of these different extreme weather conditions have different objects that help us detect when it is going to happen. Okay, and then you're going to say how we can stay safe during our weather. So even though we might not be affected by over here, we could say like Indonesia has a super high risk of having a tsunami or a hurricane. So we want to make sure that we know the safety procedures for those people to where they can stay safe. Then you're going to do a real life example of this natural disaster. You can get rid of this topic up here and say, like, let's say I was doing a hurricane and I wanted to use Hurricane Katrina as my example, like we talked about in class last week. And so then I would put Hurricane Katrina up here and then talk a little bit about it, maybe show a picture. And then this is going to be where your interesting facts and other important information goes. So this is where, oh gosh, I learned that the tallest tsunami occurred in 1743 and it was 1,000 feet high. That's not true, but this is where I'd want to put that information. Didn't really fit anywhere else, but I think it's a really cool fact and I want my teacher or the people I'm going to present this to know. And then we have our resources slide, which is we are not going to do MLA format. You are copying and pasting your URL in there. And the reason why I want you guys to have your resources the most is so that when I find a really good site, I want to be able to get back to it. And I know history is an option on your Chromebooks, but as we know, technology has often failed us and we don't always want to rely strictly on it. So let's say I'm going to choose drought. I'm going to choose a drought for my extreme weather. So I'll go in here. Let's say drought by Miss Tiger. Oh, did not mean to do that. There we go. So by Miss Tiger, what causes your weather to occur? And I also really need to get that definition. So I'm going to say all about droughts. And even though it's going to be right here, everything you need to know NRDC, I'm not going to just say Google told me this. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to that website. So I can be like, ooh, I kind of like this. Do I like it? Natural disasters, everything I need to know. What is drought? Types of drought, causes of drought, what are droughts increasing, prevention and preparation. I think that this hits a lot of my requirements for my slideshow. So I really like this website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this into my resource slide before I do anything else. So I'm going to copy and I can always get to this even if I'm not done with the website so that I can get my information that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and go into split screen. so I can show you guys what this looks like. Oops, that's not split screen. There we go. I have this, and then I have my PowerPoint over here, and I know it gets really small. We can also make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so definition of my extreme weather. And it says drought affects more people globally than any other natural disaster. Here's what causes these prolonged dry spells and how we can mitigate their impact, or how we can help reduce their impact. Okay. What is drought? Drought is characterized by a lack of precipitation, such as rain, snow, or sleet, for protracted period of time, resulting in water shortage. So that just means for a long period of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this at the bottom so that I don't miss what I need to write. So I'm going to say drought is, let's say a drought. If I can find out spell. A drought is when there is a small or no amount of precipitation happening. Oops, I spelled precipitation wrong. Happening or occurring for a long period of time. Okay, so I got that. While droughts occur naturally, human activities such as water use and management can exacerbate dry conditions. So what causes this to occur? I can say, even though this happens naturally, humans need for water and its uses. And what does it say? Such as water use and management can exacerbate conditions. This is considered drought varies from region to region and is largely based on the area's specific water patterns. Okay, this is a really, really hard website. So you guys, I never feel ashamed of looking up droughts for kids because they make it seem really simple for me. So if you want to do that, I am not going to blame you whatsoever because I do it myself. So even though this happens naturally, humans need for water, and its uses can make a drought more, can make a drought happen easier. How's that? Okay, so that is what I'm going to do for my slides. Although this may get really complicated, I am here to answer your questions. And if you need help with words that are very large, we can always make sure that I can try to find smaller words for you or try to explain those words to you so that you know what they mean. So this is what we're going to do for all of them, and then we're going to make it look really cute and really nice as if we're presenting it to our entire class. So these are our expectations, and then we will go ahead and get started. And remember, if you have questions, just go ahead and ask, and I will try to get to you as soon as possible. Okay, have fun, good luck, and I will see you in class.